A video about a video. Hello, everyone. All right. Let me stop being silly. I had a video, silly as usual. A few weeks ago, I had a discussion with my BF about voting. And old Heffa hung up the phone on me. It was very funny to me. Maybe not so funny to her. So she used to vote back in the day. And lately, more recently, not so much, right? So we were having a discussion about it. And I said, because she'd told me that she'd stopped voting. And so for some reason or another, I was saying to her, Ronnie, I don't want you to, vote for the wrong person, the wrong corrupt person. So then Jank from TYT, he did a video. Him and Anna were discussing it. And that's what this video I'm about to show you is about. I was trying to explain to her, I'm not saying that you don't vote. First of all, you said you don't vote anymore because, they're all corrupt and this and that. And I was trying to tell her, you should vote, you and the people who listen to Philip Scott, the black guy that's trying to get everybody to go to South Africa.
Hey, I'm having a conversation with my best friend.
So listen to this video. I think it's about 5 minutes.
Which did not end well, girl. But anyway, and I said to her, she said she doesn't vote. So I'm trying to explain to her she hasn't voted in a long time. And I said to her, well, I'm trying not to make sure that should you start voting again, I don't want you to vote for the wrong, corrupt politician. And then the guys at TYT, Jank especially, C-E-N-K is how you spell his name, but it's pronounced Jank. I don't want you to vote for the wrong, corrupt politician. Now, this motherfucker right here calls himself a Democrat, but he's really a Republican.
Joe Manchin.
And he stops Republican, a conservative Republican, pretending to be a conservative Democrat.
There's really no difference.
And he stopped Joe Biden's program, him and Kristen Sinema,
Build Back Better,
another Republican, posing as a conservative Democrat.
Right. Build Back Better.
Conservative, but he wants people to think that he is a moderate Democrat.
Right.
All of them are the same. They all vote together. Progressive Democrats, there's not enough of, but they all have to vote together to pass a budget. Mm-hmm. So listen to Sync, and I'll come back, and then I'll take this video and play it when I make another video. This video is 5 minutes long.
I can't accept either party, to be honest with you. Right?
So why don't you become an independent? Why don't you say, you know what, you've said many times that you're not like the Democrats today, or the National Democratic Party. You're not like the National Republican Party. Why not just say, you know what, I'm going to be an independent? You thought about that?
Absolutely.
And he's like, I don't know. The Republicans and Democrats are on two extremes, and I'm in the middle. And everybody in the media goes, oh, that's so true. Let's all lie on his behalf. Hey, every writer in the New York Times, lie up for Joe Manchin. Everybody on CNN, lie on behalf of Joe Manchin. Let's all call him a moderate when he's nowhere near a moderate, right? So he's how the Democratic brand is ruined. And that's actually has some validity to it. Who ruined it? Joe Manchin. Why is it ruined? So part of the reason why it's ruined is because, and everybody will admit this, and Republicans say it too, because the Democrats are seen as too elitist. In fact, that's the main thing Republicans say, and the main reason that why the Democratic brand is in significant trouble. It used to be the party of the average guy, of workers, laborers, etc. Now it's seen as the party of elites, right? Well, how did it get there? It got there through politicians like Joe Manchin, who took corporate donor money and sold out the average guy and said, oh, you want higher wages? No, I'm going to make sure that we kill higher minimum wage so you have lower wages because my elitist donor prick friends told me to, and I'm a Democrat. And they ruined the brand that way. And now Manchin, after lighting the brand on fire, goes, well, look at that. I guess it's on fire. Oh, I'm sure I'm getting out of this house. Now, finally, think about the difference in how Joe Manchin is dealt with by Democratic leadership, let alone mainstream media, versus progressives. If progressives ever go 1 inch outside of what Biden and Pelosi wants, they take their head off. They're ruining unity in the party. These radical progressives arguing for things that 84% of Americans want. It's outrageous, arguing for higher wages and health care, all the things that would help Americans. How dare they? They are not listening to leadership, and they're destroying the Democratic Party. Manchin goes, hey, Joe Biden, here's 85% of your agenda. I just lit it on fire. I just destroyed what is theoretically your core agenda.
Build
and
back
on top
better.
of that, I might leave the party, and I'm talking crap about how awful the Democratic Party is. And by the way, I might even run against you for president after you gave me the Mountain Valley Pipeline. That's going to make me personally rich. Bam! And he slaps him across the face. And he goes, hey, Joe, what are you going to do about it? Sit there and bleed all day? And you know what Democratic leadership says? Not a word. So the same guys who took off progressive heads for disagreeing about 5% of stuff, when Joe Manchin destroys their policy and destroys their party, they don't say a word. Why? Think about why. I mean, if somebody did to me what Joe Manchin has done to Joe Biden, I would have a strong response. You might even say, hey, Jack, you're overdoing it, man. Jesus Christ, right? Well, you know what Joe Biden did after they passed that watered-down Inflation Reduction Act that was stripped clean by Joe Manchin? Joe Biden, a loser, handed the pen that he signed the act with to who? Joe Manchin. You know why, guys? Because the whole thing is theater.
Right.
Almost everyone in politics is lying to you.
They work together.
Everyone in media is lying to you. The reality is Joe Manchin and Joe Biden totally agree.
Right.
They have the same exact donors, and a lot of those donors are also shared by establishment Republicans like Mitch McConnell. They all agree. They were always going to do the same thing. Give the donors exactly what they want. And the rest is theater with nothing but magic tricks and illusions about being moderate or independent or Democrat or Republican.
Right.
I mean, they do worse than say nothing, too. I mean, Joe Biden says things like, oh, Kirsten Sinema is a tough cookie. Oh, yeah, that Joe Manchin, he's a great negotiator. I mean,
all paid by the same people.
He praises them for being beholden to corporations and only doing anything if they personally can enrich themselves and their families. Never mind.
This is why I keep saying progressive Democrats. And even though they're not perfect, even though they vote for the same budgets, they will still put things in like money for the people, school lunches for children, money for the green money so that we can stop depending on oil so much, and reparations.
The water, air, and planet, right? As in the Mountain Valley Pipeline, which is really important to put out. But here's the thing: Joe Manchin's not switching parties. He's not switching parties. Are you kidding me?
For what
purpose?
It's
so perfect.
He's just saying it.
The president by the balls, and Joe Biden's willingly.
It's like Trump saying he's building a wall, telling the MAGA he's building a wall, but he has all the immigrations working in Florida, New York, and in New Jersey. He ain't about to get rid of no goddamn immigrants.
Handed them over. Why would you switch parties and just become yet another Republican or just an independent? No, you've got leverage. The entire place just rolls out the red carpet for you and your stupid yacht. And so, whatever it's called, Sundown or something. So there he is. And he can go back to West Virginia, even though he's wildly unpopular, and basically say, I have the president by the balls. I'm a Democrat, but not that Democrat. And look at what I've delivered for mostly me, but a little bit for you. But anyway, and peace out. So he's full of it. And this whole flirtation with leaving the Democratic Party, why would you do that when you could stay in it? You can berate them. And as Jane pointed out, nothing happens to you. Nothing happened.
Okay.
So this is what I was trying to explain to Sharon about voting for the wrong, corrupt motherfucker. You gotta know who to vote for. And since she has not voted in a long time, you wouldn't know unless somebody like me or somebody like Shank or the people on here explain to you and points out, no, don't vote for that motherfucker because that motherfucker is just saying, I'm an independent. No, you weren't, because just 3 months ago, before you changed yourself from independent, you were Democrat. You were a conservative Democrat. You were calling yourself a moderate Democrat. But what you never called yourself was a progressive Democrat. You don't have a history of voting as a progressive Democrat. Oh, I was a conservative, but now I'm a moderate. But what you never called yourself was a progressive Democrat. And what the fuck is the difference? Right? So this is what I was trying to explain to her. I never got a chance to explain it to her again because she got upset. That Governor Murphy said, oh no, we can't support 3,000 immigrants from New York because it's a million immigrants in New York now. 3,000 are coming over here a day. Because Governor Hochul said that that they can handle the immigrants that are coming over here. Because now they got the funding by word of mouth from Biden. $1 billion of earmarked. They're saying they're going to earmark it. There's actually no money. The $1 billion is not there. But they've earmarked it, promised, word of mouth. So they're spending the money, but they haven't collected the taxes. That's what earmarked is. That means they've given a guarantee that they're going to collect the taxes and pay for the immigrants. Spending the money, but you haven't earned the money. It's earmarked. But you can't earmark reparations. You can't earmark money for the people, for the Americans that are already here. You can't earmark money for us with our future taxes. But you can earmark money for people who don't even belong in this country. But because they stepped across the border, now they have rights. They have human rights. They have civil rights. Even though they broke the law to come to this country and they're not citizens, they have civil rights. We've given these people civil rights that do not belong to this country. But we've given them civil rights because we cannot treat them inhumanely. I agree they should not be treated inhumanely. So the importance of voting is because people that are homeless, y'all motherfuckers ain't got nowhere to live. Y'all got is telling people to go to South Africa. I think because he's getting a kickback. But he doesn't want to report the people in the hood. He doesn't really record them. Oh, why would I show those people? Why would I show any of those people? Why indeed? Why indeed, Philip? You don't want to show the Americans that listened to your dumb ass and went over there, and now they stuck like a motherfucker over in South Africa. Ain't got a pot to piss in, a window to throw out of it, and a way to get back to America. Listening to your dumb ass. Here we go. He's blocked me on this channel. He has his moderators block me. This fool right here.
You want to put out her propaganda like this brother and sister message you every day. I've seen black folks in South Africa don't even bother with y'all like that. Y'all are living y'all best life in South Africa. it would shock a lot of Black Americans for sure, to go see how y'all just enjoying y'allself. I had one guy who was a Boer that was actually part of a driver service, and he was telling us about the country XYZ, and he brought us to an area which I kind of got upset. Really, that's why I had to kind of check it.
Wow.
Brought us to an area like a shanty town. He said, "Oh, you want to go down there and film that?" I'm like, "No, I don't want to film that.
Why am I not?
I do not sit up here and produce content to show Black people in a horrible condition. What do I get out of that?" I said, why would I want to film that? To show Black people in a horrible condition. What do I get out of that?
You don't want to show the truth.
I said, why would I want to film that?
Show the truth.
There's nothing to film. Ooh, look how poor they are. You want to put out her propaganda like this brother and sister message you every day.
Why are there poor people in South Africa? Philip? Why you only want to show the rich Black people in South Africa? Philip? Rich Black people. You don't want to show poor Black people in South Africa, Philip? Why? See, once he gets you goddamn fools over there, and mostly it's men from America. So I'm happy he's taking the men from America, getting y'all to pay this fat Black buffoon a fee. Because y'all keeping him rich. And then stranding your Black ass over there in South Africa. You can't get back home. So then he don't want to go and show a fee. Show the film. Because y'all will see him and beat his motherfucking ass. So he don't want to show the film. Because then y'all say, oh, that's the motherfucker that stranded me.
Have all the wealth. When Black folk don't have nothing. And then they want to complain about crime. Well, when you sit up there and you hold the land and you hold the wealth and you leave everybody out, and it's not like in 1994 you say, you know what, let's spread this equally. That way we can have an equal nation. Both nation, no, not LGBT, even though LGBT is there. But how to get along, everybody shares in the wealth, everybody shares in the land. No, you don't do that. People who are suffering economically, and it's done by design. You complain about crime. When you starve people out and they can't eat, you got it. What you think they gonna do? You don't give resources to people. You starve them out. They look at you as fresh meat. It's the best thing to do to solve that criminal problem is to put the resources equally for everybody. A guy who was a Boer that was actually part of all the wealth. When Black folk don't have nothing, and then they want to complain about crime. Well, when you sit up there and you hold the land and you hold the wealth and you leave everybody out, and it's not like in 1994 you say, you know what, let's spread this equally. That way we can have an equal nation. Both nation, no, not LGBT, even though LGBT is there. But how to get along, everybody shares in the wealth.
He's talking about South Africa.
You don't do that. People who are suffering economically. And
this man loves to hear his big motherfucking fat, dumbass brain, stupid ass big mouth talk. There ain't nothing equal in goddamn South Africa. Them people are leaving South Africa in droves. Then he got the audacity to talk about a shanty town, and he don't want to show the shanty town. I swear, I want the people that's listening to him, because this is why he blocked me. Every now and then he says something that's right. I'll give him credit where credit is due, but anybody who listens to this goddamn idiot, this buffoon, I swear you get everything you deserve. And mostly it's Black men that are listening to him. And I want every last one of you. I want every last one of you goddamn fools to listen to this dumbass. You know who else I want to listen to him? It's somebody called Angry Man. I want you to listen to him too. I want you to go right to South Africa with him. Go on. I want all of y'all to go. Because y'all refuse to stay in America and vote. And what he's talking about is the voting system. The system that he's telling you while you free and in America to not participate in. He's telling you to go to South Africa. See if you can vote in South Africa. Bunch of jackasses. Go on, follow this motherfucker. You and Ice Cube and Denzel Washington and Eddie Griffin. Go to South Africa with this black motherfucker. See if you can vote. See how long you keep your riches.
You want to put out her propaganda like this, brothers?
And this motherfucker talking about propaganda. This the last one.
Those of you in the chat who's been to South Africa, and you're going to agree with me when I say this. If it's truly a genocide against Boers in South Africa, how come tourists who are Caucasian, how come they keep on flocking to South Africa? Every time I went to South Africa, there was a lot of Caucasians on the flight.
Why they keep going on vacation?
America, some I've seen from different European countries. If it was black folks are really doing that, how come they keep coming back?
Why they keep going back?
I think they would get there and something happened to them and they running out there trying to run out the country because, oh my God, they're attacking me.
Ooh.
They're attacking us. Oh my God,
Oh,
right?
on the reservation.
Now, a few blogs ago, I said this man is trying to get black people not to vote and to go to South Africa. Here's the proof.
Those of you in the chat who's been to South Africa,
Why do white people keep going on vacation to the reservation to South Africa?
Genocide against Boers in South Africa. How come tourists
Look at his dumb face.
Caucasian?
Look at his dumb face.
How come they keep on flocking to South Africa?
White people.
Every time I went to South Africa, there was a lot of Caucasians.
How many times you been to South Africa?
America, some I've seen from different European countries.
From different European countries, he just keeps seeing all these white people flock to South Africa. Look at his dumb face. Look at his dumb face. And this is who the black men are listening to. Oh, Philip, you so smart. Oh, Philip, you right. Oh, Philip, I'm glad I ran across your channel, Philip, because now you right. I'm never voting. I'm never voting. The one thing where you can contribute to in America that doesn't cost you any money, but you can make a difference and help out the black race and improve your stance in America, you listening to this goddamn buffoon tell you not to participate in. You deserve everything you get. See? You deserve everything you get when you listen to somebody like that. Keep listening to him. Please keep listening to him. Keep not voting. Don't bother to educate yourself. Find out who the conservative and who the moderate Democrats are, so that word of mouth, because y'all like to make YouTube videos, word of mouth through YouTube videos, you can get on there and make a video and say, don't vote for motherfuckers like Joe Manchin, Kristen Sinema, and all the other ones locally in your town. You can say, oh, you know what? We really should have been voting for Nina Turner. We really should have been voting for Katie Porter. We really should have been voting for, see, and this is how you get rid of this is how you beat them at their game. Because there's another video that the TYT did where there's the rich people, 465 rich people are controlling who we are voting for because they're putting them up. And when I say putting them up, they're paying for their commercials. This is why we didn't see the progressives. This is why we didn't see who was running. Because people like me, maybe I can afford $5 or $7. People like you, you're not putting your money into it. People like my best friend, she not putting her money into it. You don't know who to vote for. I'm interested, so I'm going to sit here and I'm going to look and I'm going to find out. But the rest of you are not interested. So only a small pocket of women and some men, but mostly women, my age and older, we're interested. But it takes more than us. All races got to be involved of the poor class. And this is how we outnumber them, but we're not voting together. And when you got motherfuckers like this, tell y'all to stay home and tell y'all to go to South Africa and tell y'all not to vote. This is how we always lose to them, because they can afford to spend $1 million on a commercial. And all of us are watching the commercials. And who do we see? Motherfuckers like Joe Manchin. We can't afford to pay for no commercial. That's how Barack Obama got in. Because everybody gave $5. Now you got Cornel West running. We trying to get Cornel West in. But we don't want him. We don't want Cornel West to run as a Democrat. We definitely don't want Joe Biden, because Joe Biden is one of them motherfuckers. We don't want Cornel West. We don't want Joe Biden. We want Cornel West. Everything, he ain't giving us everything we want, but we do not want Joe Biden. There's another woman running, Marianne Williams. We don't want Kennedy at all. He's a crack pipe. He's a crackhead. We don't want him. I don't mean drugs. I just mean his brain is all cracked up within his head. I don't know what the fuck he on. Marianne Williams, she's a little goofy, but we'll take her over Joe Biden. But mostly we want Cornel West. We want them to run so we can have those 3 candidates. But the rich people don't want them because Joe Biden is saving them money. I don't even know what Cornel's stance is on reparations. But still, I'd rather have him up there so that he can. And guess what? I'm about to run. I don't have no money. I don't have anybody backing me. But I'm about to run for president. I know that. And I'm about to set up a fund when my niece comes home. See if I can get spark enough interest to run to be another choice. Yes, I have a criminal thing on my record, but so what? The United States Constitution says that does not disqualify me. I served my time for crimes I didn't commit. So I don't have to expunge it. All right, this goddamn gnat is bothering me. All right. Have a good day.